Hey guys, what's going on? We all have the power because we just saw the Masters of the Universe movie. Honestly, I'm not a He-Man head at all. I don't know anything about He-Man other than that it's an old cartoon and the animations kind of remind me of C-Lab. But I mean, I enjoyed it. I really did. It was better than I thought it was going to be. I thought based on the trailer, it was like it's kind of like giving me kind of like old IP they're kind of bringing back and nostalgia bait, and it might have like the Marvel quips and stuff, which is like for some people, not really for me. There was some of that, but I think for the most part it was enjoyable. Good cringe. There was definitely some cringe, but good cringe. Pretty decent jokes all around, and like I don't think there was any like everyone was likable. Like all the characters were likable. I enjoyed it all. I won't get too much into it. Evan and I can get into it later, I guess. The main reason I wanted to watch it, besides so we can do a review and like promote our first feature film, Spooky House, was because Jared Leto is voicing Skeletor, and I just am like, I have a huge thing for Jared Leto because he's so fucking cringe, and I really wanted to see if he could be like so bad it's good cringe. Didn't get that vibe from the trailer, so I was a little disappointed. And overall, he did not deliver on that front. But as a character, like a new rendition of Skeletor, again, don't know the source material. I just know his voice was lower, but this version, it's fine. I think it's fine. Yeah. I think it's okay. So I'll give my rating later on, but I think overall, like I did enjoy it. I would see it again. There were some parts in between the actions where it kind of dragged a little bit. Like I thought, like it was a little bit like they have these story beats, and you need them to kind of refresh and stuff. And, they're easier, cheaper scenes to fill where people are just kind of talking and touching base. And you're fleshing out character stuff. I get it. Some of them were just kind of dragging on a little too long. I think they could have shaved off probably like 5-10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. But overall, like the action scenes were great, and it was better than I thought. I would definitely recommend it.
This was a lot of fun. It's a very fun movie. Thing is, I kind of equate this movie to, I call it it's the Peter Jackson's King Kong problem, where, and I'm not saying, again, I'm right off the bat, I enjoyed the movie. It was a very, very fun movie. And now just kind of bringing in my knowledge of like just the movie making process. This is Travis Knight. Travis Knight at this point has a very, I would say a sizable reputation for kind of bringing back older IPs, or at the very least like paying respects to those IPs. And this is no different. Like you can tell somebody who loves He-Man actually made this movie, which it kind of goes back and forth, for example, because Peter Jackson loves King Kong. And you can tell, like, his King Kong movie, 2005 King Kong movie, it's being made, or has the, like, movie-making process of somebody who loves that source material. I think that's where a lot of people might get lost, is that, yeah, this is a He-Man movie made by people who love He-Man, which you would think that's great, that's amazing, like, that's perfect. Yeah, that is perfect. However, as a movie, you kind of have to know what you're getting into then, because then, yes, this is a He-Man movie. And it treats itself like a He-Man movie. It's very, very, very slapstick. I'd say very slapstick, but I would say there are definitely moments of, you can tell they're injecting that comedy of like, hey, don't take this too seriously. Like, yes, the situations that we are presenting to you and the situations that we are telling you are dire. It's a little wacky though. So like something like that kind of I could see maybe just bogging down the movie for just an average viewer. I agree. There are moments where like between the action where it slows down a tiny bit. Do I think the movie needed to be 2 hours and what?
20 minutes.
No.
It was 2 hours and 20 minutes. That explains a lot.
It does not need to be 2 hours and 20 minutes. You could definitely tighten that up a little bit.
5 minutes shorter than Disclosure Day. Yeah. Review coming soon.
Sure.
We never see it yet.
Sure.
We don't want to.
So with that being said, I know, of course, I enjoyed this movie, and to kind of use Ivan's terminology, sometimes you know what to expect with this movie, or at the very least, you should know what to expect with this movie. There were, like, in terms of like, I would say shock and awe moments. There is a couple. I do think there are a couple of like, hey, that's actually really well done. Like this action scene was really well done. I'm surprised this character has this much depth. I'm surprised that like this looks so good. However, it's a He-Man movie. But with that being said, 7.5.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 7.5 because it's good. I think it's very good. It's for a He-Man movie. It's amazing. I think for like if you love He-Man, I think you're gonna love this. And He-Man, um, we'll get a sequel. That's the problem. I think that's the issue. Is that like they sequel baited the heck out of this movie.
Yeah.
But
I mean, spoiler. I guess you already know.
if this, I'm saying, let's say put it this way: if this is the only like new age He-Man movie, I think that's great.
Yeah, well, I would say it's like, because the ending is pretty ending. Like, the post-credit scenes are very sequel-y, but like, I feel like if you just watch it until the ending, you'd be satisfied. I mean,
that being said, there are two, before you can get to your commentary in a second, there are two, I guess 2.5-ish post-credit scenes. That's, I mean, if you were going to have a sequel, that is a lot.
I'd say there's 3.
Three. Yeah, I mean, the first one happens kind of really, like, right in the beginning. But like so much, like if you were gonna have a sequel, that but please, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree with most of it. Like I enjoyed the movie. It looks great. It was just a fun movie. You could tell they really like He-Man. You saw all your favorite wacky characters. I don't know much about He-Man myself either. I knew Skeletor and He-Man, and like the CGI looks great. The soundtrack is fun. There was like one scene in the beginning where the soundtrack sounded like it was like it's kind of like, when like TV shows, they have like the needle drop and the music sounds kind of a little off. It sounded like, I don't know what was going on with it. The rest of the soundtrack sounded good.
No, there's a full not orchestral, but it's in the score, and it's Boys Don't Cry.
Yeah.
By The Cure.
Yeah,
it's just there.
Yeah,
it's just,
they had the needle drop. Yeah, but I think like if I have a problem with the movie, like a lot of good cringe, Skeletor's fine, and not the final Jared Leto role problem. My main complaint with the movie, other than the pacing, which like there was a point in the movie where it was like, wow, this movie feels long, and I did not know it was 2.5 hours going on. I thought this was like a 1 hour 40-minute movie, so that explains a lot. But my main problem with the movie is that the script felt very like 2014 superhero movie. Like, there's like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy going like, oh, this is kind of wacky, guys. I enjoy like, self-awareness, but like, it was very much, it almost veered into the territory of like, guys, this is kind of weird and cringe. Like, it was almost embarrassed to be He-Man at points, which is like fine, but like, it's just, they did it so much throughout the movie that like, it really just was that sarcastic tone throughout that like, just very much brought me back to like 2014 Marvel, like Guardians of the Galaxy type stuff, where it's like, it's just like, this is wacky, but like, I don't know, like it feels like a very dated script but for all I know, this movie has been in like production. It's Mattel movie, has been in production for like 10 years.
It's been in production for like the idea. I know. Like, there's like a morsel of my brain that knows He-Man things. There's a He-Man movie. That's the joke with like the He-Man community. It's like, hey man, I can't wait for that He-Man movie.
Yeah.
It's
so
like, all right,
maybe the script just is that old, and that's like what I'm.
It seems like it's just so like, I know it's a very popular IP. There are probably a lot of different people talking about it. A big fan still, but just the fact that it's coming out in 2026 is just so it's random. I've been following like the trajectory of like when the story was planned, or how if the script kind of went through rewrites. I don't know anything about that really at all. Like how long it's been in production, but like it is just so random that it's like, but I don't know.
I don't think it's random, because like I think it's just they're trying to recreate the success like Hasbro had with Transformers, for instance. They want to make like, this is the next generation's He-Man. Like they want a big blast of the box office that they can create a franchise off of, because the franchise essentially is stuck in the 80s and dwindling at the point. So this is like their big cash inflow to like, we want to restart the franchise, make kids fall in love.
Rejuvenate.
Yeah, exactly.
They're big.
Yeah, so this is like Mattel. Yeah, exactly. So I get that.
Okay.
I don't have any fun to get into Jared Leto, or should we even talk about spoilers? So we just leave it.
I mean, we can go. So Josh said 7.5.
I would 7 out of 10. I'd 7 out of 10.
I was gonna say 7 out of 10 as well.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I liked Red One more in the same genre.
Red One was good. Yeah. But no, I mean, Jared, again, Tron Ares was such a disappointment in terms for main reasons, but also I guess for our like sadistic like enjoyment. Like Jared Leto just wasn't that cringe as we had hoped he would be in that one. Again, I think I do wonder what this movie would have been like if he had done the really high Skeletor voice. There were sometimes when he was laughing when I was like, that's a Joker laugh. And I thought he was going to get to that register, and he didn't. He, like, barely. That being said, I don't know for sure, but I'm almost positive that was him him in mocap because the movements
Mhm.
were so
Yeah.
the movements were so Jared Leto, just doing all these things.
Yeah.
The other thing I was gonna say was like, and it's nothing against her because she's a great actress, but Allison Brie is a little cringe in this. I don't think she's not mean to me. Like she's trying her best, she's doing well. I don't think she's bad, but there's just some moments where she's maybe just that it's her, but like she just looks a little out of place. I don't know. That might could just be me.
I personally loved what she did with Evil in.
No, it was funny, but like that, it helped. But I don't know if that was the intention of that. I was like, hey, haha.
I don't know what the intention is, but whatever
like,
she was doing, I was there.
It's there was moments where like this is just reeks to me. I love like when actors they're on the set and you can tell they went and here are your lines and you're in a like magical setting.
Yes.
And she went, okay, yeah. And but she just kind of
and I'm not trying to like put down their acting because it's good, but like sometimes in a larger shot or even just like I'm thinking close up, I can just see it on her face.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yes, I'm doing this thing. And I'm like, it just kind of takes me out of it, but then it puts me back in because it gives me the cringe that was not getting.
Here's the unfortunately, she also shares most of her scenes with the guy with the skeleton head. And then like sometimes a giant beast man.
Yeah.
And she's just a human.
Yes.
Who is she's and actually echoing that. Unfortunately, I think it's just kind of insulted because goddamn, everyone is giving it their all in this movie. Like I don't think there was one person that could really I don't know who I can think of at the moment in this movie who wasn't going, dude, I'm in a He-Man movie. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Because you very easily could fall into that. But no, everyone in this movie was absolutely on board with everything. And to even more to point, I would say even more like, with Evil Lynn. Because there are moments where I just adore actors who she's filming that scene going, I know this is cringe.
Yes.
But I'm doing it.
She does like this Evil in face the whole movie. She's like,
I love was it early on in the movie where like things were just happening and she just turns and goes,
yes.
looks at someone.
Yes. Like she was like I would go as far to say I don't think Jared Leto was necessarily disappointing. Like there's only so much you can do with a mocap voice. It's like, acting role with cringe. But I will say that like Evelyn, like next to him doing those lines, like saved a lot of
it's a duo.
It was a good duo. It was a good duo.
If it was someone else who wasn't as good or maybe was too good in a certain way, then it wouldn't have really. But like her, just her delivery was good. It was really good. So, but overall, I mean, I would definitely see it again. So and the main dude, I don't know his name. I don't know what I've seen him from. He was good, very likable, like really like. And when he had to be dramatic, he was dramatic, and like when he had to be funny, he was like effortlessly funny. It is kind of funny though that like once he gets the power and whatever, even though he first thinks it's in a sword, but it's like in him. Spoiler, like he gets really muscular, but before that, like I guess he's supposedly not, even though you can tell that. Like,
he's clearly a ripped dude.
He's clearly So like this, so that is kind of funny, but overall, 7.5, 7.7. So that's a good score. Yeah. So good. All right.
Imagine an average boy.
Our first feature film, This Is a Spooky House, I think There's Mystery in Morrowbrooke, is coming out this October, possibly on Halloween. So don't forget to like and subscribe and follow for updates. And we get the power. Hello for updates. I'm squid. Hello, this is Perez, or this is what do you want?
Hello, Morez.
In order to save him, Morez
Hello, it's Merez.
will have to find the pieces. Assemble the team.
Good evening! My name is Victor Dulga, traveling salesman and connoisseur of anything that can be sold.
Perform the ritual. And survive the
Stop! You're scaring me!
That'll put some hair in your balls.
And this'll take some off.
This is a spooky house. I think there's mystery in Morrowbrooke.
Good luck, fuck.